centerpiece of that franchise, has been for over a decade. They made the Rondo trade last year trying for a big finals run, but eventually they'll start to have to build for the future.
And here are the Mavericks now. They're on an 18-4 run right now. Kicks it out to Nowitzki. Dallas moving the ball around. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And the lead's not getting any smaller. Just an incredibly well-rounded performance here on the road.
And how good a feeling is that for this team to dominate the way they did in front of a hostile crowd? That is a satisfying feeling for the victors.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And it's Wade in the corner. No good with the triple.
Not good shot selection. Long range and a defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Now here's Anderson. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
In the corner, Winslow with it. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
Hey, yo, wait.
Here's Bosch. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And just a nice combination of size and feel there. Terrific finish down low.
Well, a scary moment for Chris Bosh last year. Had to be shut down, Greg, as we all know, for the season after a blood clot was found in his lung.
You know, and Kevin, it really puts basketball in perspective. I mean, it happened right after the trade deadline, and obviously a huge blow to the Heat in terms of their push for the postseason. But fortunately, it looks like he's going to make a full recovery and have a huge impact this season.
Stolen by McGee. And here's the fast break. Felton leading the way. Here's Barea. Off target from outside. The Heat trail by 16. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession.
You know, the Heat never really came back after losing Bosh. His presence on both ends of the floor is hard to replace, and they missed him a bunch.
Now here's Bosh. Knocked away. Winslow with it. Now Felton defender.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. Not one second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
And it's McGee with the jam.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep this pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early. Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
Just a really solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
Dominant.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Mavericks lead by 14. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a comfortable margin for the Mavericks here, guys.
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp. Not much stagnation at all on offense.
And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Dallas, Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Matthews out there with Darren Williams, and it's Pachulia in at the center. Second free throw, no good.
And Zaza Pachulia, for my money, has been one of the toughest players in the league. He's got a boxer's mentality. Even his face looks a little bit like a boxer's. He doesn't have the quick twitch muscles of some guys, but his power and effort consistently stand out.
So he comes up empty at the line. Talking about Jaja's toughness, it's one of the reasons he has such a high rebounds per minute average over his career. And defending on the blocks, he's almost unmovable.
He really, you know what, Coach Kidd loves Jaja. Even started him over John Henson by the end of the season. I mean, he's always willing to trade body blows down low and certainly wins his fair share of those battles.
Last outing for Miami, it was a loss to the Grizzlies of Memphis. Williams kicks to Nowitzki. Rips down the breakaway slam.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
And that one's good. And it's 6 points for Deron Williams.
And with that speed, once he took off, the D just had no chance of getting back.
Well, I think they did the right thing. I mean, just give up the 2 points and move forward. Hey, discretion is the better part of valor sometimes. Write that one down, game players. Discretion is the better part of valor.
Timeout called, the Heat.
And guys, it's been a slow decline for Deron Williams the last few seasons. Once considered an elite point guard, he just doesn't have that stature any longer.
Turner's checked in for Miami. Bosh comes in for Winslow. The Heat trailed by 19. And there's the feed to Whiteside. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. Well, for Williams, Greg, in his decline, his field goal percentage dropped to below 40% last season. Clark, I never thought I'd see the day with that.
Those were the worst offensive numbers since his rookie season. I mean, he had the game that you thought would carry him past his athletic prime, but that might not be the case the way those numbers are. Dirk Nowitzki, he can dish the rock, too.
It's been several possessions since they've converted.
And they've got to find a way to change that.
And it's Turner off the drive. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Great pass by Bosh there.
Down low. And there's Dirk Nowitzki on the assist by Williams. Williams has got 3 assists tonight.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Nowitzki. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
What a tremendous feed from Williams. Great awareness.
Wade passes to Turner. And stolen by Nowitzki. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's on Goran Dragic.
Nowitzki has it going on tonight. He has 8 points and the 1 steal.
Dirk Nowitzki, what can you say? Future Hall of Famer. Too many accolades to list. But most important, NBA champion and Greg Finals MVP in 2011.
Yeah, and Kevin, history has proven time and time again, you really need a future Hall of Famer on your team to win a championship. Just look at all the teams that have won the title through the years.
Lets it go. No luck. Some solid defense from Bosh.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Williams dishes to Nowitzki. The kick out to Williams. Back to Nowitzki. And stolen by Whiteside. Here's Dragic. Basket is good. The assist from Bosh. Bosh has got his 3rd assist on the night.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Yeah, looking to turn things around here, Greg, and cut into this lead. Well, I tell you, he squeezed that orange as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
And better safe than sorry on that one, guys.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
And the jam by Whiteside.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And Dirk Nowitzki gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And Miami making a change here. Winslow's checked in. Now a timeout called by Miami.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Amari Stoudemire. He's checked in for Whiteside. And Chris Bosh with the slam.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
They set the pick. Felton kicks to McGee. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
Dallas moving it around. That's good. Barea has got 7.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Dragic kicks to Wade. From the arc. Mavericks with the rebound. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Anderson passes to McGee. And that one is hammered home.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
It's Anderson with the drive. And the rejection by Stoudemire. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's Dallas running away with it. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Welcome back. The calendar has flipped over, and so have we, into the second half of our broadcast. Dirk Nowitzki having a dominant impact in this game.
Just a dominating performance in the post by him so far. Just tearing them to shreds when he gets it inside.
Yeah, and getting it to him is the only hard part, fellas. I mean, once he has it, he's automatic. Forget about it. He can do work down there.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Dirk Nowitzki having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
The big men are Bosh and Whiteside. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade, and it's Turner and the small forward. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. Dallas making a switch here. Pachulia, he's checked in for Powell. Chandler Parsons comes in for Anderson. Wesley Matthews checked in for Raymond Felton. And Darren Williams is subbed in for J.J. Barea. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year. And it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
Back to Williams. Six to shoot. Dishes it to Nowitzki. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable, and for the most part, he was after those incidents.
Winslow's checked in for Miami. Now a timeout called by Miami.
And you know the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. Second in the league in block shots last season. Also posted the second best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. And then for Dallas, JaVale McGee comes in for Zaza Pachulia. And it's Anderson in for Williams. For Miami, they had just 2 free throws and 5 attempts today. He misses the free throw. Good on the second free throw.
It's been kind of a gradual occurrence, but I think it's clear that analytics are here to stay in the NBA. Every team now has at least some vesting into the analytics area. Some base a lot of their decisions on the number side of the game. Others have a more balanced approach.
Johnson attacking. Rejected by Nowitzki.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
The Heat have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Analytics does have a strong place in the NBA, so it's been proven over the last decade. Some held out, but now, Greg, the results, the benefits of those numbers, it's hard to deny it.
Great point, Kevin. And with something new like that, there's always going to be a bit of resistance. There will always need to be a balance, I believe, and you need to use the numbers and your own eyes. They really do go hand in hand to kind of keep each other in check. And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
That's tipped. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. McGee dishes to Nowitzki. Count that one. Nowitzki's got 12 points now in the quarter.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
All alone. And Anderson slams it in.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant.
Here's Clark. He's covered by Matthews. Unloads from 13. That misses off the backboard.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Nowitzki, good.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Here's Stoudemire. McGee with the block. .116 left in the third. It's Anderson with the drive. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Anderson's got 8 points. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
That's a foul.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
And it's the Heat on the break. Here's Johnson. And it's sent back by Nowitzki.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. The Heat have shot 3 of 7 at the foul line. And he knocks down the first one. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Stoudemire. Wash comes in for Josh McRoberts. Winslow's checked in for Darrell Wright. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Ian Clark. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Nowitzki. Felton comes in for Chandler Parsons. Devin Harris is checked in for Wesley Matthews. And Barea subbed in for Anderson. To the inside. Johnson attacking. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Johnson's got 5.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And as we conclude the third quarter, and we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Heat shooting well, 50% from the floor. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Williams is out there with Matthews. And it's Pachulia in at the 5. And the jam by Dirk Nowitzki.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Turner.
And Dirk Nowitzki last season, I felt like the first time we saw real signs of wear and tear from all the years of him playing. His field goal percentage, points per game, rebounds, all off his career averages. And that said, though, he's still a crafty, dangerous guy to have to go up against.
And the Mavericks with possession here. It's Williams with the drive. And it's sent back by Spates. And Turner kicks to Spates. Back to Turner. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Going back to Nowitzki, his value at this point of his career cannot be measured by stats alone.
Exactly, and that's what wasn't there last year, that great team of guys around him, because that's really when he's at his very best. He can still fill it up fast, and he's one of the smartest players in the league, too.
Right open.
Tries again. He lays it in. Nowitzki's got 32 points.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range, so I'd have to agree with you, partner. And Evan Turner is one of those guys, he just gives you a little bit of everything. I mean, he can play multiple positions, handles the ball, he can pass it, shoot it. Kind of a Swiss Army jackknife who uses multiple tools to his advantage.
And the Heat making a change here. McRoberts is checked in. And there's the foul. It's on Josh McRoberts. Ian Clark's checked in for Miami. And Dallas also making a switch. Anderson, he's checked in for Parsons. There's the dish to Nowitzki. And he dunks it down.
And that's his MO. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
For Evan Turner, the one area where he can still develop in a big way is with the jump shot. Clark, 28% from 3 last season.
Because this makes me look like I suck.